Have you ever felt truly alone, not just alone in a room? I mean lost miles away from any sign of life, in a place where the sun burns by day, and the silence screams at night. The desert holds more than sand and sun. It hides secrets, strange disappearances, and things no one can explain. Tonight, I'm going to share 3 very scary true desert horror stories that will make you think twice before venturing out into the unknown. But before we begin, would you ever go camping in a desert completely off the grid? Let me know in the comments below. Now, turn off the lights, grab a drink, and get ready for a chilling ride into the heart of nowhere. Story 1, The Shadow by the Dunes. This first story comes from Daniel, a photographer from Arizona. He had one goal: to capture the perfect desert sunset. But what he found wasn't part of nature. It happened in late summer. Daniel drove deep into the Sonoran Desert, way past the usual tourist stops. He hiked up a dune, set up his camera, and waited. As the sun dipped lower, the colors exploded across the sky: orange, purple, gold. He snapped photos, completely focused. But then, he noticed something strange in one of the shots. A figure, standing at the bottom of the dune. He turned quickly, but no one was there. Maybe a shadow, he thought. But when he zoomed into the next few pictures, the figure was closer. Still, not visible to the naked eye. Only in the photos. What would you do in that moment? Would you leave right away, or try to get proof? Daniel, being curious and a bit reckless, decided to keep shooting. That's when it happened. His camera's shutter clicked. But no picture showed up. Instead, the screen glitched, then went black. Suddenly, everything went silent. No wind. No insects. Nothing. Then, a voice behind him. A whisper, "Go back." He turned, heart racing. No one. Daniel sprinted down the dune, nearly breaking his tripod in the process. He got in his car and sped off. When he got home, he checked the memory card. All his pictures were gone. Except one. It showed the figure again, now just inches behind where he had been standing. And get this, Daniel never went back to the desert. He quit photography altogether. What do you think he saw? Was it a ghost, a mirage, or something worse? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to hear what you think. Story 2, The Screaming Trench. Our second story was shared anonymously by a military vet named Alex. He was stationed at a desert base in Nevada, remote, dry, and surrounded by miles of emptiness. One night, Alex and 2 other soldiers were ordered to patrol an abandoned trench system from an old test site. It was supposed to be routine. Nothing ever happened out there. Just broken fences, sandstorms, and lizards. But that night, they heard screaming. Faint at first. Like a child. Then clearer. Closer. The weird part, their radios didn't pick it up. Only their ears. The 3 soldiers looked at each other. "Do you hear that?" one asked. Alex nodded. "Yeah, from over there." They followed the sound. The trench was shallow, about 4 feet deep. Old boards lined the floor. And then, they saw something move. Not walk, slide. As if it didn't have legs. They raised their flashlights. Nothing. Then the scream came again, but this time, underneath them. The boards shook violently. Something was under the ground. Would you stay and investigate, or run? One of the guys wanted to open the boards. Alex refused. Before they could argue, a massive burst of wind hit them, hot and dry, like a furnace. It knocked all three backward. They scrambled out of the trench. The ground beneath it caved in. They called it in and left fast. 2 days later, the trench was completely filled. No hole. No evidence. Like it never existed. And the soldier who wanted to investigate, he disappeared a week later. Never found. Do you believe something could live under the desert like that? Something ancient, maybe something the military knows about, and keeps hidden? Let me know what you think below. Story 3, The Lost Girl of Death Valley. Our final story is one of the strangest and creepiest I've ever come across. It's about a group of hikers in Death Valley, California. They were experienced, well prepared, and had GPS with them. They were on a 3-day trek when they found a girl maybe 12 or 13 years old sitting alone on a rock. No water. No backpack. No shoes. She was just staring. They asked her name. She didn't answer. Are you okay? Are you lost? Nothing. Then she whispered, I live here. The group was stunned. Where are your parents? She looked at them and said, they never left. Creeped out, they offered her water. She refused. One hiker walked a few feet away to radio for help. When he turned back, the girl was gone. They searched everywhere. Nowhere to be found. Later that night, strange things started happening. One of their water bottles exploded from the inside. The GPS kept restarting itself. Then came the whispers. From all around them. Soft, breathy voices saying, she's still watching. They cut the trip short and hiked out the next morning. But here's the weirdest part, one of them years later looked through old Death Valley reports. And found a photo of a missing girl from 1982. She was exactly the same girl. Same face. Same age. Same clothes. And she vanished in the same area where they saw her. How do you explain that? Could she be a ghost, a desert spirit, something trapped between worlds? Whatever she was, the hikers never returned. And one of them refuses to even talk about it to this day. Deserts are quiet. But in that silence, strange things can echo through time. We've just heard 3 very real, very terrifying desert horror stories. Which one chilled you the most? Was it the shadow in the dunes? The screams from beneath the trench? Or the lost girl who never aged? Let me know in the comments. I'm reading all of them, and if you have a strange desert story of your own, I'd love to hear it. Be sure to like this video if you want more true horror stories from creepy, forgotten places. And don't forget to subscribe for more tales that will keep you up at night. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. And never walk alone in the desert.